Okay, and we are live. Welcome to another episode of Hashtag On Air with Chrissy. I'm your host, Chrissy Ferreira, business mentor to women-owned business owners. I'm really excited to have Angelic here with me today. Normally we go live. This is going to be a recording, but that's okay because most of you guys tend to catch us on the replay anyways. So as you guys are hopping on, watching the replay, leave us some comments, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're resharing this podcast interview, or if you're catching us on Facebook or Instagram. Comment below. Let us know, are you new to my world? Are you new to Angelic's world? Where did you find us online? And let us know what you do. Are you a business owner? What stage of business are you in? Are you new? Are you established? Are you, already hitting multiple six-figure years? You're at your seven-figure mark, right? Let us know, where are you currently in your business? And, again, let us know if you're new to our world, because, this topic that we're going to be talking about today, whether or not, should you create an online digital course, I think is relevant to just about any industry. Angelic will obviously touch on that. I tend to work with primarily service-based business owners, but this is really important regardless of whatever industry you're in. And one thing to kind of keep in mind is that, a lot of us feel limited in our business. Like, we can only make so much money. We can only take on so much clients. And a lot of us have this idea of reoccurring income, the whole evergreen thing, wanting to be able to kind of like sleep and make money in our sleep. And the ideas don't really flow that easily. Like, how can I bring in some extra income without, completely draining myself in the process? And Angelic has a very unique approach to the way she helps her clients, which is why I'm really excited to share with you guys today some of the things that she has to share. Now, full disclosure, for those of you guys who are brand new to my world, I am Chrissy Ferreira. I am a business mentor. Like I said, I help women who are women-owned business owners. I am the authority coach. Women come to me when they're ready to raise their authority in their business, whether that's sales or marketing. And I have a huge passion for women who are in the service-based industry, whether you're a coach, a mentor, a done for you, done with you service. Now, full disclosure, I don't have an online course, right? Now, that's what's really going to be interesting about today's topic is I am going to be asking Angelic questions from a consumer standpoint, because it is something that I want to add to my business, right? You guys know that I do one-on-one coaching. I have my group program, Raise Your Authority, and then I also have my mastermind. But do I have a course? I do not. So when I met Angelic, we met through a mutual connection, and she was sharing with me all about her business. I'm like, more people need to know what she's doing, because and you could go into more detail when I hand the mic over to you, but I love the fact that she helps you not just create a course, but she helps you through the entire journey. And I think that that's important, because when we want to add a new revenue stream to our business, we can get really tied up in all the moving parts, and that can be really debilitating, because it's like, oh my gosh, yes, I want to bring in all this extra money, but it's going to be all this extra work. And so we put it off and we put it off and we put it off, right? So I am your classic person who's been doing the same thing, right? So Angelique gets to coach me a little bit today and really share her perspective. But without going too far, let me go ahead and hand over the mic. Angelique, please introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and who you serve.
Yeah, well, thank you, Chrissy, first and foremost, for allowing me to even be on your platform. I am pumped up today just to talk about courses. Yep, I'm Angelic Marnier. I'm all things course creation, but all things also like passive income and abundance, and just, making money from what you already know. And I really like to emphasize that, like how you kind of said, it can be kind of daunting. But what if I told you just like, hey, let's figure out what you're already doing right now and let's monetize that? I think that might make you feel a little more comfortable, because we're just going to take what you already know. And I pretty much helped, when I first started, Chrissy, honestly, I was helping 9-to-5 women who were just like me. I wanted out of my 9-to-5. Courses were a great way to do that. And now it's blossomed. I work with 9-to-5ers, but I also work with a lot of small business owners, because after COVID, they realized they needed to be in the digital space, and courses are probably the easiest way to transition what you already know into a revenue stream. So yep, that's what I do, who I serve, who I talk to, what I do every day.
Now let's go ahead and jump into the 9-to-5 thing, actually, because one of the I personally love to do is, and something that some people know me as, is like, I love to help you turn your side hustle into a 6-figure brand. And a lot of times people, when you start off your business, a lot of people do start off while still working a 9-to-5, which I personally think is smart, because when you're hustling for clients, it can put a lot of pressure on you. At you're not able to, if you don't have the money to be able to invest in different people or different resources, it can take you a lot longer. So for people, in order to be able to invest in someone like myself and someone like you, they need the cash flow, right? And one really great thing about that, about still working your 9 to 5 before you get to a certain level in your business, before you decide to leave, or if you even want to leave, because some people don't want to leave their 9 to 5, they love, right? For you to get to that place is, working them side by side. But in the service industry, it can be really difficult because it's like, well, when am I going to take on clients? If you want to do one-on-one, and, when am I going to fit that into my schedule? And then you experience burnout. And that's what I loved something about, when you were talking about adding in a course to be able to add in that stream of income while working your 9 to 5, I thought was a very unique perspective, because I think that a lot of people, just from what my clients I've spoken to and just people that I know in our industry, is they think courses are the last step. Right?
Yeah.
It's like from selling everything else and then for a last step. So would you mind sharing with us, how are you helping people do that first? Like, how are you helping people start off with selling courses that are actually making money online?
Yeah, great question. So from my perspective, but I'm a little bit biased, to me, courses are the best business model because we do all the heavy lifting up front. And when I'm working with my clients, I'm so hands-on and I'm keeping them so accountable to really coach them that we get it up and running in 5 to 6 weeks. That's like a month. So I just need a month of your time and I really can get you to that 6-figure mark. If you just give me 30 days and maybe another extra 10, we can get it launched. And it can be out of your way. So yes, is it get rich quick? No. Do we do some heavy lifting in the beginning? Yeah, I like to work with go-getters. But once we have it, we just rinse and repeat. Other people are downloading your course. You're not even there. Like, you can't do that if you're a teacher, if you're a stockbroker, like if you're a chef, if you don't show up, you don't make money. With this, you don't show up and you still got that money coming in. So to me, it is the best business model because we do the heavy lifting and you reap the rewards after that. And with regards to a 9 to 5er, let me just say, I'm not telling anybody to leave their job. And I'm very much with what Chrissy said. What I teach my clients to do is let's start getting consistent income, 5, 6, 7,000 coming in for at least 5 to 6 months. That's with you still working your job. Now I can see, like, okay, you've been doing this part-time, you're making almost 6 figures. Then of course, if you let go of that job, you should be able to double that income. Now we got proof of concept. We know we actually have something that works. Don't do like me, Chrissy, because I just left my job. No plan, I just left. God's got me. I'm tenacious and it didn't work. So it happened to me. And so I really coach my clients not to do what I did because it was a big mistake. And like you said, when you're hustling for clients, it's not a good look. It's very stressful. And it's why a lot of people end up quitting. So keep your 9 to 5 job, keep that income coming in, let that fund your business. And then once we have proof of concept, then you can decide if you want to leave or not.
What's funny, and I know this is a little off topic, but I think when people are, sometimes you can get into this whole comparison game sometimes online too, oh, well, I'm working my 9 to 5. I know plenty of people who are making multiple 6 figures, still working their 9 to 5 because they've really structured their business in a way that works around their schedule. But also keeping in mind that not everyone can leave their 9 to 5 in the same way because everyone's situation is different. Some people are already high earners at their 9 to 5. Yes. So if corporate executive and you're bringing in, $200,000, $300,000 a year, it's going to take you longer, most likely, to leave your 9 to 5 because you already have a certain lifestyle that you're used to living, right? Mm-hmm. And it take you longer to replace your income versus if you're working, part-time, or if you're working like a job where you're making maybe 40K a year, it may be a little bit easier for you to leave your job sooner. And even still, we have people that rely on us. I know most of my clients are moms. And so, we have families to provide for. A little scary to leave, right? So never, just because you've been at your 9 to 5 for a while and you see other people leaving their jobs first, doesn't mean that your business is any, less worthy or whatever. I personally took about 6 months to leave my full-time job before I went in full-time. I did want to replace my income first because it was the middle of the pandemic. It was a little scary. And then I didn't leave until I replaced my income. And I still wanted to vomit for about a few months after because it was like, holy crap, what did I do? I have a few clients that are currently in that limbo phase where they've been, running their business, doing really well, still working a part-time or a full-time job. And one of the things that I recommend, kind of like what you recommend, is having about 6 months worth of income set aside.
Yeah.
And when you're running your business, you're growing it in a way that you're looking out for your clients, and you're running it in a way that you really want to, versus you're chasing the next dollar. You're just taking on clients for the heck of it, like taking on any person, and you're going to end up hating your business more than you hated your full-time job in the end. So I just want to put that out there. So my question for you is what's kind of the first step, right? So if someone wants create a course, and let's say someone like myself, I'll use myself as an example. Someone like been in business for almost 3 years. I have one client, I have a group program, and I have a mastermind. I've had multiple clients that I've worked with over the past 3 years. What would be the first step for someone like me to start a course, right? It's like, I know so many different things about so many things, right? So something that you would say to someone like me, what's one of the first things that we would work on when creating a course?
Right. So what I would say, and this is what I'll say to anybody, is what is the pain point that you see every single time, or pretty often, that it's like, dang, I keep getting the same question and the same issue. Oh, because you got a moneymaker. That's your moneymaker right there. Like, you don't need to question it. If you're getting the question over and over, that means millions of people have the same question. They're looking. So we're always looking for a pain point. What's the pain point? Are you trying to lose 20 pounds? Are you trying to grow your hair? Are you trying to figure out how to do your own makeup? Are you trying to be a better mom? Are you trying to get your food truck to, like, these are just take like whatever and just start to think, just write down 5 questions that you always get. How do I start my business? How do I monetize? How do I scale? How do I do Facebook? Whatever it is, the questions that you get all the time. If you're already a coach, boom. Like, if you're a coach, it's like, I could do this for days. Some people come to me and they're like, Angelique, I have nothing. Like, I'm not good at anything. And I'm like, you're good at something. But for, and I work with them, we brainstorm, and they're like, oh my gosh, I did get 2 of my sons into Harvard. Ding, 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 ding. Like, you're a great mom. You figure some things out. So for someone like you, what are the questions or what do people always come to you for advice about? What are the pain points? Hey, I'm working a 9 to 5. How do I do both things? If you get that question all the time, you can do a course just on that. And when it comes to coaches, a lot of times what I see is, like you said, you got so many different ideas. Let's just teach people one thing. How do I transition from I don't know how to having an agency? You've had an agency before, like things of that nature. Just teach them one thing, and then you could teach them the next logical thing in the next course. But that's what I would say to coaches, consultants, but to anybody. Just really sit down and figure out what you're good at, what people come to you for advice about, what questions you get all the time, or what are you great at your 9 to 5 doing right now? Maybe you're great at HR or team building, or you're great at IT. Package that into a course and start monetizing that.
And then I think another question that would come up for a lot of people, and I know I don't want to keep you on here for too long, Angelique, but is, once you've created that course, right? Where are you supporting your clients as far as like the marketing game, or actually selling, right? Are we doing ads? Are we doing organic reach? Are we doing DM approaches, right? Like, what are some strategies that you love working with your clients on when it comes to actually selling, putting this course out into the world?
Right. So this is my secret sauce right here. This is what they pay me the big bucks for, Chrissy. So if you got a pen and pad out there, you know what I'm saying? My clients pay me big money, but not just kidding. But not kidding. But yeah, honestly, what's been working for my clients right now, we've been doing some great webinars where we do a free webinar, and we're doing them short. A lot of times people keep you on webinars for 2 or 3 hours and try to sell you at the end. We're not doing that. We're doing 35 to 45 minute, and then we're taking you to like, hey, nothing for sale here. If you think this is a good fit, DM me. So there's no everybody's like, oh, you're not going to sell me? No, not going to sell you. So that's been working really well. We've been doing some 3 and 5 day challenges that's been crushing it. Like one of my clients, Chanel, she did a 3-day challenge. She made $10K. Like my other client, Emmanuel, did one, and he made $5,500. And it's going to be recurring income. Like this person is, so that's been working really well. I'm a DMer. And if you have to get a VA to DM, and the way that I show people how to DM and how to get the right target audience, DM the right people, I've made tens of thousands. And honestly, this is all organic. I don't do any Facebook ads. I don't teach people Facebook ads. I stay in my lane. Everything I've done has been in the beginning organic. I've gotten to 6 figures with organic, so I'm able to show my clients how to do that as well. So I would say don't get into ads in the very beginning, because it can be very costly unless you know what you're doing. And if you do ads, get with somebody who knows what they're doing. Don't try to do it on your own, because that's not, it's a recipe for disaster with regards to cash flow. But you can do a lot of these organic things. Another thing that I've done is collaborations, like yourself, like how you're allowing me to be on your podcast right now. You guys, this is a great way. Talk to other people and get on their podcast and tell the world about yours. Get on Clubhouse, tell the world, get in there. It's so many different ways that you could do this. I don't have enough time right now, but if you check out my page and stuff like that, I'm always giving ideas on how to organically market your course and make this money.
So with that being said, as you guys notice, Angelique has made this very overwhelming thought feel very, very easy and doable, right? Yeah. So one of the things I recommend you guys do is reach out to Angelique. If you're thinking about creating an online course, if you're thinking about, creating some passive income, and the thoughts been coming back to your mind, and you're like, I want to create a course, but you feel overwhelmed, send her a DM, because it doesn't, sometimes we overthink things and we make them into this big thing. And that's another reason why I wanted to bring you on today, was just to kind of show people it can be simple. It can be an easy addition to your business, or it can actually replace the way you're selling right now. This may be a new way of bringing in income. This can be your go-to way to make money. So if people want to find you online, Angelique, I will be dropping all of your social media channels, but if they find you, where's the main place they can find you online?
Let's do Instagram. So I'm at digital.angelique, and my name is with a C. So Angelic as in cat. So digital.angelique. Would love to talk with you guys. And Chrissy, I hope you have me back and we can talk a little bit more about, how simple it is to create a course and anything else. But this has been fabulous for me. Great way to start the day. So thank you again for allowing me to be on your platform and to talk to your people.
Thank you so much. And until next time, guys, see you later.